Literature. Today we are reviewing the power lens. The power lens is when we are focusing on the power structure in a text and looking at our characters and deciding who has power and who doesn't. Why do they have power? How do they try to get their power? How did they lose power? Any idea related to power. Now, usually in a text, power and money are the same thing, but not always. When we think about Gatsby, Gatsby is very wealthy, but is he the most powerful person in the book? You can decide. So it's not always equated with money, but usually it is. This lens assumes that those who don't have power want to have power. So if you have a powerless character, that character is always trying to climb up that power ladder to gain more and more and more power. This lens also assumes that people who already have power and they're up at the top of that power ladder, they want to stay there. They're in a pretty good position. So we might consider how they want to stay in that powerful position. Let's take a look at some Anthem examples. In Ayn Rand's Anthem, knowledge was really how characters gained power. If you remember our main character, Equality, he spent many hours studying and becoming more intelligent, and he worked really hard, and that helped him to become more independent through his learning. So in that text, money wasn't even a topic that really came up. They didn't have money in that society. So instead of gaining power by becoming wealthy, he gained power by educating himself and learning. When you are thinking about power in The Great Gatsby, I would encourage you to think about geography. We have a couple different geographical areas. If you recall back in chapter 1, there's East Egg, West Egg, Valley of Ashes, Manhattan. What do all these different locations mean? And I also want you to consider how power is gained and lost in the novel The Great Gatsby.